Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. Today is my layout for the love of homemade kits, and I'm going to be doing some mixed media on this paper here that I had in my kit. It is a Heidi Swap specialty paper, and it has some embossing on it that has some sayings on it. And the photo that I'm using is a photo of my daughter when she was 4 years old. She's now 7, on a swing, and it's a really cute picture and I love it. So first I'm prepping my paper with some clear gesso, and I do this so that any paint or anything that I do on it won't get soaked up into the paper, and also it's an easy wipe. If I need to wipe something up, I can use a baby wipe or anything, and it wipes up a little bit better if you make a mistake. So I'm using this little frame that was in my die cuts. It's really cute and I like it. So I ended up using that and to frame my picture. And now I'm going to go in with my papers and I'm going to cut them into 1-inch strips that I'm going to use that are going to go on the back of my photo. And this paper is gorgeous and I really, really love it. I love all these papers. So I used both sides of the paper. I used the A side and the B side. And some strips I cut into 1 inch, and then the other ones I cut, I believe, was a 1/2 inch. And that's all I'm doing. And then you're going to see me go in with some mixed media. Now, I will tell you that I am dabbling into some new mixed media. I wanted to try and get myself a little bit out of my comfort zone and try some more difficult mixed media, which are like those beautiful layouts that you see out there. I'm trying a little bit here and there, and I've been practicing. And this was my first layout that I was going to try and get into a little bit more of working with paints and pastes and layering and all that kind of stuff. So I do make a big mistake, but it's okay because I was able to fix it. So that's what mixed media is all about. It's all about just trying, that's all you do is try and, see how it is and just keep practicing. And that's what I did. So these are kind of how my strips are going to go. I'm going to end up taping them all together like this. And they're going to go behind my photo. And I'm going to do some like this. And then I'm going to do some going across in the other direction. And then I'm going to distress the edges a little bit so they kind of pop up off the page and give the page a little more interest, because I was doing mixed media, so I wanted to make sure I had a lot of interest going on in my background. So now I'm just kind of moving these ones underneath to see how I want to place those, and they get moved again and get placed differently again. I just kept messing with this so much, and this took me like so long to do because I was trying something new with the mixed media and I ended up not liking it, but then I fixed it. So like I said, so it all worked out. And the page ended up looking really, really pretty. So I have these tags and die cuts and I'm using these and I'm just going to keep layering. It's all about layering, especially with mixed media. You want to have lots of layers. So I'm just layering the back of my photo. I'm just going to keep layering these pieces. And a lot of the mixed media does get covered up. Like I always tell you guys, if you have watched my channel, most of the mixed media gets covered up. So it's not too bad. And it does look like a mess in the beginning, but it ends up working out. So now I had these little vellum pieces and I wanted to use them. So I had vellum and acetate pieces, and I ended up using these two pieces here, the black and the pink one, and because I really like the flowers. And when I do the background, I wanted a really subtle look, so you'll see when I go in, it doesn't end up being too subtle. The colors ended up being too dark, and I should have used more water, but I didn't. So I made a huge mistake, but it's okay because I end up fixing it. Like I said, and I think I said that like 20 times. But anyways, so I am taping my little things together there, my little strips, and they're all clustered together and ready to go. So now I'm going to be using this stencil, and this is some modeling paste that I had. I bought this at Tuesday Morning. It's not any special modeling paste, it's just modeling paste. And I'm putting it through my stencil, and I do it in 4 different spots, kind of like I was trying to get it to like go around my picture a little bit. And I know I'm covering up a lot of that embossing with the words, but I didn't really care. You can't really see what they say anyways unless you look up close, so it wasn't really a big deal to me. So now I'm just running my stencil through over here now with it, and this modeling paste is really nice. And I bought this at Tuesday Morning, and it's I forget the name of it, but it's Reese. I know it has the word Reese in it. But I'm just smudging down the sides of it with my little tool here, because I don't want you to see the edges. So, and I'm probably not saying the proper words, but sorry about that. So I'm just going through my stencil on this little corner over here, and then I'm going to go up top there in the left-hand corner as well with some more paste. And see, I'm just smudging it down, making it kind of blend in. I didn't want those harsh edges. I don't like that look, so just trying to make it blend in with the paper a little bit better, because then I'm going to go in with a shimmers. It's like a creamy, and it's just pink, and it's really watery, and it's pretty cool. This is it, but it was too pink. So, and now that I think about it, I should have went in with that other color, but I didn't. So I ended up using this pink, and it just was too dark. So now I'm brushing it down. Now I'm like, okay. So now what I end up doing is I end up spraying water on it to kind of water it down more. I just directly spray the water on it. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll have it drip down the sides here like this. That'll look cool, right? Why not? Nope, didn't like it. So I'm wiping this up, and now I'm like, okay, so let's keep going. Let's just see. And I'm trying to make it look a little bit better and more natural, but it's just like, I don't know. I just didn't end up liking it. So now I go in with this Marigold, and this is a magical powder that we got in the hip kit. And this is Martina's Marigold. And see, it's a little dark, but it went pretty good with the colors that I was using. So I'm like, okay, let's put this on here. So I wanted to blend it in a little bit with the pink, and what I should have did is I should have sprinkled some on and then spritzed it, and then I did that, and now look at this mess. So I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. This is horrible. This does not look good. I don't like it. So now look at it. I'm like, what is going on here? So I refused to give up. So what I did is I took a break from the coloring part and the paints, and I just started going in with my die cuts. And I said, let me just stack these up. Let me, get these backed on my photo and put them in place, and then I'll figure that out after. Because I needed a break from it, because by this point, I was a little upset. So I figured I'm going to put a cluster down here, and that's going to cover up that mess. And then I was going in with these flowers that I put in my kit too, that I really, really liked. They were from Prima, and I end up using those, and I really like them. And I wanted this to be like a delicate color, and it turned out being too bold, and that's the part that I was really upset about. So these are the flowers, and they're so pretty. These flowers, they're just gorgeous, and I knew they were the perfect color to go with it and everything. So most of it was getting covered up, which was great, but I just didn't like it. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to start gluing things down. And then in a minute, you're going to see how I'm going to fix that mess of mixed media. But see, this goes to show you guys, you got to not give up with your mixed media and just keep going with it. because I refused to like give up. I was like, I can fix this. I've seen Missy Whedon fix it. I've seen, other people who have done mixed media fix stuff, that they didn't like. So I'm like, I'm going to fix it. So right now I tape those down, my strips, and now I'm going to back my photo with some craft foam to pop it up. And I'm just going to keep going, and I'm going to glue everything down. So that's what I was doing. And while I'm doing that, let me mention real quick before I forget, not to forget to check out the other ladies who are also in this series. I will have the link down below, and all you do is press on the link, and there's a huge playlist with everybody on there, and you can check out all their layouts for Monday as well. So now I'm just popping up my tag, and I'm just going to keep going. And this picture is so cute of my daughter on the swing. I just love it. And like I said, she was about 4 years old there. And she was having so much fun on that swing. Her swings are going on the swings is her favorite thing to do at the park. So she's now 7, and she still loves the swings. And yeah, so I'm just going in with my die cuts and this little postcard, and I definitely use that. And I did distress the edges of everything. I don't know if I said that to you guys, with my little distress tool to kind of pop them up, give them a little more interest. I am going to put that flower up there in the corner and that little acetate piece too that says just having fun, because that's what she was doing. She was having fun. And those 2 acetate flowers are going to go there. And then I'm going to go in and I'm gluing down my flowers. Yeah. And that mess you see is going to go away. It's like magic. Watch what I do. So this might help you guys out if you ever get, do a mixed media background and you're like, oh, this looks terrible. You can, guys, you can fix it. It's manageable. So now I'm going in with this piece, and I'm going to put that behind there. And I did those little vellum pieces of flowers that I had. I did use some of my ink to ink the edges of them so that they kind of pop up a little bit. I used my Distress Oxide, and it was the antique one I actually used to distress the edges of them. And now I'm just gluing down my other flowers. And now I'm going to put down these acetate pieces and glue those down. And in a minute you'll see what I'm going to do to fix that mixed media mess after I put this piece down. And I forgot these. I put these little rhinestones. They came in the hip kit, so I put them in my kit for this month as well. And they had these really pretty gold crystal-y looking ones. So I stuck a couple of those down up here, and then I stuck a couple down near the flowers down here. And see how that pink is just too pink? I don't know. I just didn't like it. But and the marigold, I mean, they're pretty colors. They just needed to be muted a little bit. So now first I go in with my title, and you could see there when I'm putting my title, I did already go in with some gesso and toned it down a little bit, but I needed it toned down more. So I ended up putting my title in first, which is Pure Joy, because that's what she was doing. She was in pure joy. This was her favorite day. She loved it. So she was just pure joy. So I'm going in with the Vicky Bouton gesso. Now this is white gesso, and I'm putting a little bit on the flowers just to mute them down a little bit. And I've seen them do this in the mixed media videos that I have watched. They always seem to go in with their little brush and just brush a little bit of the gesso on there. And they also smudge it with their fingers too. And I did smudge it in, but I did that off camera. And now see, I'm going in and I'm muting down that pink. I'm just putting some white gesso over the top, dabbing it with my little baby wipe. And now I'm going up here and I'm dabbing, and I'm going to get rid of all this mess that I didn't like. And it's just going to disappear. And it's pretty cool. So now I'm just dabbing over here too, just to lighten that part up a little bit. I just wanted it to be more delicate of a background and not so colorful. So I went in and it worked. I mean, it just really toned it down, made it look so much better, so much more delicate, and I'm so glad that I watched those videos because it really helped me get it figured out. And now I'm going in and see, now this part I wanted this part gone. I just did not like the splatters. I didn't like where it splattered. The gold splattered too much when it came out the bottle. So I'm just like, this is out of here. I'm just getting rid of it. So I went in really heavy with the gesso here, the white gesso, and it covered it up. It covered it right up. And then I went back in afterwards and I did more subtle splatters and it looked good. I fixed it. So I was so happy. And there it is. Look how much better it looks, guys. So much better. So I'm glad I made the mistake because I was able to show you guys how I fixed it. And I hope you guys like the layout. I really like the way it turned out in the end result, even though I went through all that mess. But I really like it now and I'm learning. So please bear with me with my videos. I'm really trying hard to do this because I really want to do it. It's a goal of mine this year. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you. So please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. And thanks for watching. And remember, stay crafty. Bye.